Hello there, and welcome to today's edition of iWake. Today is Tuesday, June 25th, 2013, and I'm Tim Chaten. So today's edition is the Apple edition of the show. Last one for a couple of weeks as I'm going on vacation pretty soon here out in Las Vegas and then Los Angeles. So without further ado, let's dive into the Apple news of the week. First up, iOS 7 Siri can learn how to pronounce names. This is new in the beta where it plays different options of your pronunciation. So it can kind of see which one is right for you. So that's a pretty cool feature that I think a lot of voice features don't really take that in consideration. They just kind of say it and don't have the care to or nuance to go any further than that. The big thing today, or yesterday I should say, was that Apple released Beta 2 of iOS 7. So what the big thing here is, it enables iPad support. So finally the iPad is part of the iOS 7 family, and people are already installing that and playing around and taking screenshots of what that looks like. And it looks beautiful. I'd encourage you to go out and see what that looks like for yourself. But iOS 7 Beta 2 is out. And what else beyond that? There's other tweaks to the OS that have been that have come up as a result of that, including that Siri pronunciation. Also including iOS 7 disables screenshots interruptions, allows users to secretly take Snapchat screenshots. So some screenshot features evidently are in there. In iOS 7, taking a screenshot no longer closes the photo viewing window in Snapchat. So that's probably more of a bug than anything else. And another thing in iOS 7, screenshot behavior has been altered, and as a release note state, active touches are no longer canceled when the user takes a screenshot. So this minor change has several implications for several apps that rely on screenshots to notify users of unwanted behavior. That includes Snapchat. So kind of interesting stuff there. Meanwhile, Apple released Preview 2 of Mavericks for OS X, and just more stability improvements there. As far as other Apple news going on, the MacBook Airs, these new MacBook Airs with Wi-Fi AC, seem to be running into some problems there. And as far as speed and transfer data of all that kind of stuff there, even with the new router. So I think Apple's going to be working on some bug fixes there. Last little iOS 7 tidbits here. There's a new welcome screen. The Siri voices shown off in the keynote are finally there. And the Voice Memos app has returned. And it's got a cool little interface there. So all good stuff for sure. There's lots and lots more tweaks that you can go into, and many will go into that. Next up today, let's see what else is going on in the Apple world. Let's see if there's anything else worth really noting. The big iTunes related thing that I talked about before, the iTunes edition, is that Superman, all 4 or 5 films, however many you count, there's not a single Superman film in iTunes. And I purchased this bundle back in Christmas of last year, and it's really cool that I'm able to stream them through iTunes and Cloud from iTunes servers. But studios, it really sucks that you're pulling movies just because you're showing them on HBO. So if you hadn't heard, if a movie's showing on HBO, many times they force it off of iTunes for rental and purchase. And this is really bad for consumers. People going out and watching Man of Steel cannot watch it in iTunes. They cannot they cannot buy it or rent it in iTunes, the original 5 films. And that sucks. That really does. Superman 1 through 4 and Superman Returns are all yanked from the store. And that's not good for anyone, really. Except for HBO, I gather. What else in the Apple world? Tim Cook's stock is going to be more performance-based rather than flat-rated stuff. The Ashton Kutcher Jobs film now has a trailer. There's a lot of little things. Nothing huge has been going on. It's all been, iOS 7 updates and things like that. But nothing huge as far as the Mac world, so to speak. But yeah, that beta is big news. It's really cool to see the iPad support come out, as that was much a big question in many people's minds. what would happen with that, and it is out and being worked on by the developers. So with that said, thanks for tuning into this brief news edition of the Apple edition of iWake. I'll be back tomorrow for your full information on iTunes and what is out this week and worth checking out. And on Thursday, I'll be back for the Nintendo edition of this podcast. Lots of awesome things going on in the Nintendo world. And then Friday, check out the International Film Club podcast and me and Mark Green to review over there on iTunes. So with that said, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more videos. Bye-bye.